How many times have I told you not to walk home through the park at night?" Valor's tone was anything but library approved. A few aggressive shushes were thrown toward the mahogany desk we occupied, the one tucked into the farthest corner of the massive campus library. Red and blue and brown books filled the row of shelves to our right, reaching all the way to the high arched ceilings. The campus library had become my second home since I'd started my collegiate career, and now I was only a few months away from scoring my doctorate. "Oh, bite me," Valor hissed over her shoulder at the other students who'd shushed her. I pressed my lips together, shutting the old text I'd been poring through. "I knew I shouldn't have told you," I teased, shaking my head. In reality, I told her everything. She'd been my best friend since freshman year. Valor glared at me, her pale green eyes as hard as gemstones. "I'm joking," I hurried to say. "Obviously. But you're a tad overprotective, don't you think? I am a grown woman, fully capable of walking myself home at night. Who gets mugged by some creep in a demon costume?" She cut me off, crossing her arms over her chest. Her long red hair fell in a braid that swept over her shoulder. I swallowed hard, chills racing over my skin. "I wasn't mugged," I said, my voice a few degrees softer, and not because we were in the library. Something had been off about the jerk who'd plowed me over. I glanced down at the tiny slash on my forearm. Nothing more than a scratch, really. The screams of the girls he'd been chasing had haunted my mind since last night, but not as much as the image of, well, whoever he'd been. Not the creep, but the man who'd knelt to check on me. My fingers absent-mindedly massaged my wrist, a soft, tingling itch I hadn't been able to rid myself of since yesterday. Those eyes, blue-gray and emanating a glow so real it could have been starlight. I couldn't get those eyes out of my head, or the dark hair, strong jaw, and spectacular build either. He'd been so brutally beautiful, and just this side of terrifying. But he'd tried to help me before he'd chased after the girls. Embarrassment flushed my skin, and I rolled my eyes at myself,